Movement number 4. Dragon seeks path. Dragon whips his tail.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Hey, this ain't no purse. I'm the big deals. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid at, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
What?
Hold on. Yo, my clip don't jam, bro.
Neutrogena, hey, baby, little Latina, hey, got my Nina, hey, got my other Nina, hey, riding around town with my chains on, hey, riding around town with my rings on, nigga, what's up? I got all my chains on today. I got all my chains on. I got time today, cuz.
I do too, but I tuck my shit. You know why I tuck my shit? You know why I tuck my ish. Period.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen.
Yo,
So
money up, no funny up.
Oh.
Profit. Prodega making paper till the sun goes down. My screw face John, you know what I mean? Fucking, I said, yo, listen, get that merchandise, you heard? You got a couple more days left in October. The pink merchandise, breast cancer awareness, make sure you support. Damn, we appreciate that. Yo, that fronto started burning, hit my throat.
Listen, we got all those out the way. Thank y'all. So let's just get right. Let's get right to the body bag. What did I stop there say? Let's get right to the bag. Man, let's get right to it. Listen, last night I made the Vic Mensa diss. I dropped the Vic Mensa. Shout out to everybody who's watching it. It's at 12.2K views right now. I'm trying to get that to 20,000 views. My goal was 16,000 before the day is over. And I'm going to be going live today at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be talking about all of this, ladies and gentlemen. And there's going to be a lot of interactive stuff. So, off tops, shout out to all the donos in advance. Because we might be going to war, ladies and gentlemen. And I need all the resources. I need all the resources I can get. Because we about to go in. So, last night I made the Vic Mensa diss, right? That and the third. We'll talk about why I did it too, and I'll go further into it in the live. But listen, did the Vic Mensa diss yesterday.
Say it one more
This morning
time.
I wake up, got 12.k views on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Got about 5,000 views on Instagram. All right, we up to like 17. Crazy.
Facts.
So I'm just looking at it on some real life, some good rap stuff. I'm real proud of it.
Facts.
I get a message and someone says, well, shout out to Sadie. Sadie sent me this. She says, well, it's fair to say Vic's aware.
So what's that mean?
I say,
Cold word? What's that mean?
I said, why you say that? Next thing I see is a picture notification. I said, uh-oh. The second I saw a picture notification, I was like, this might go left. So, actually, it might go right because that's exactly what I was playing. I don't give a fuck. You don't make a diss track and then not expect it. Come on, man. So,
we don't do that over
Vic
here.
had favorited her tweet where she said, basically teaching Vic how to have submitters lyrically. Favorite. So, that got me it got me excited. It got me excited because as a battler in heart, listen, I started battling. Before I ever recorded a song, I was roasting white boys in the back of the bus. Like, before I ever laid a lyric down, before I met this nigga, I was in the back of the bus killing it. I was a battle rapper before I was...
That's offending, bruh. Listen, I'm going to just say, F all that. What I'm trying to say, if you want smoke with this nigga lyrically, period, he's coming at your neck, period. I don't care. Like, if you bet your money, bro, get your money up, not your funny up. You want to bet your money? I'm telling you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I bet my life on that shit, bro. I bet my life on that shit. That this nigga, he doesn't lose, bro. He's not. No. Like, I'm telling you, I know y'all think you can rap. But I'm telling you that he can rap, like actually rap. Like I'm saying, like I'm not.
Anybody who thinks that P just going in on some more, that's just his homie. No. This is the biggest hater in the world. So what I'm telling you is, that's the one thing that, nigga. Okay, if you come from Nebraska or you come from where you know me, you know that. Like, you know. But I still never really gotten to be like a battle rapper because I help way more people doing that. I've never been the person being able to punch upwards. And now that I can, listen. So Vic Vic is aware of the track. Now this is the reason why that got me excited, because the battle rapper in me goes, all I wanted was you to hear the bars, bro.
That's it.
I don't think you're gonna retweet the song. I don't care if you respond. I don't care if you do anything besides all I want to know is you were somewhere and you saw a bunch of people tagging your name and you said, what happened? What happened? You see a little kamikaze parody of you. Kill shot. You say, what? You click that joint and you hear it. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, because the reason I did this diss has nothing to do with clout, has nothing to do with popularity. Of course, he's bigger. Of course, it's going to help me. But if it was really about that case, I would have dropped this right after the BET. Matter of fact, I would have dropped it as soon as the news that he did this came out. Because it came out before the BET cypher came out. How long has the BET cypher been out? You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with clout. Of course, it's going to help me. But I really will. What it takes for me to diss somebody is something like that. Something that I think is fundamentally wrong with you in a human being way. Because I'm always a person where artists can do whatever they want with their art. But the second I see them being not honest with their art, like, and that doesn't mean like, okay, the second I see Kanye being with Trump, I hate him. No.
Yeah.
Kanye's being real to his art, because his art comes from a contrarian's place. That's how it's always been. It's always been from, I'm different, I see art different, whatever wave y'all on, this the new wave. Whether it be baggy shirts, I come in with pink polos and backpacks. Whether it be niggas wearing a Ray-Ban, so I come in with the striped joints. Whether it be all of that stuff, he's always been counterculture, so I understand that. But the second you try to pretend you're doing something noble, but it's just on the most unnoble shit, that's when I'm like, all right, I know how to diss you. That's why I'm going to diss you. That chance bar, all them stuff, those are actual disses. Those are not like, because the way people are looking at it, like, oh, you're wrong for saying this. Why would you say this? Like, you think that you saying this is going to make him realize, oh, that was wrong. No. I'm way more petty than that. I go into it like, I see what game you're playing, but let's see the human being. I'm not talking to the rapper. Let's see the human being you are. Because I know sometimes as an artist, you do something and you got to do it to get to a certain point. So maybe you don't agree with it. Maybe you understand that this is the wrong thing to do, but you got to do it. I'm going to tell you right now, as a writer, those are the moments you get rid of a rapper. That's why Pusha T is doing this to Drake. As soon as a rapper shows, or artists in general shows, like they're not committed to their fuck shit in any way, that's how you kill them. The second that's why Tekashi 6ix9ine is a troll god. Until as of lately.
Yeah, because now he's starting to show his emotion more, and that makes him look crazier. When you see the thing about 50, why 50 never loses, is that no matter how brutal what you say to 50, he never changes face. He
commits to his troll.
That's a fact. And like that's what it is. And you got people out here who are real life insecure, and like you can tell that he's insecure. I mean, it's simple.
People like that are on the offensive because they're terrified to be on the defensive. They say, let me go on the offensive first, because if I go, I don't have enough moxie to be on the defensive.
And I want to say something. I want to say something about that whole thing, because a lot of people keep saying, and we've talked about this, but a lot of people keep saying that they think that this was before X passed. It wasn't before X passed, bro. It wasn't before X passed. And like, just go listen to the bar. I'm not even going to explain anything. Go listen to the bar.
I'm explaining. Like I said on the song, you dumb as a bitch if you think he really did this shit before X passed. Like, no, he did. Like, come on, bro. Like, we got to just stop. We either analyzing bars and we know how to analyze bars, or we're not. We ain't going to sit here and be able to analyze the punches and see where he dissed X, but then be not be smart enough to analyze bars to know when it happened. My nigga, when I say, if I say, if a nigga makes a song and in that song they're dissing Biggie, but they go, no, I did this before he was dead. But the opening verse of that, they're talking about 9/11. If you even entertain the fact that that could be, it's nothing but wasting time. And the reason why, here's the thing that pisses me off. I'm about to get in the bag now. Here's what really pisses me off. Vic never even said that this was before he died. Vic is a puss. Vic is a puss. What he's allowing people to do is somebody created that weird narrative and he said, that's my out. So in his apology video, he said, I did this weeks ago.
Right.
He didn't even say months ago, because at that time, it was months since X died.
That's a fact.
So it's like, he knew that he couldn't say months ago, because then he would be too lying, it would be too obvious. And he probably thought, well, people are smart enough to know G Herbo put up, there's other people in the cypher who were wearing those outfits and put them up on Instagram on the day that they did it, but okay. But maybe he even thought people are not that stupid, but people are that.
That's why he played it the way he played it smart.
He played it like, oh shit.
He played it smart.
But he never said I did it before.
No, that's a fact, but he played it smart. He skated around that. He did. I mean, he definitely fooled a lot of people with that, and I hope people
The Nike bar is the evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stop this whole everyday struggle. Nadeska, I don't know, Akademiks might see this video. I don't care. I'm going to say this right now. When you was up there talking about it, I was 100% on your side. I was on your side to a point where my blood was boiling. And I like Wayno. But that Wayno and Nadeska were trying to even entertain the fact that this might have been pre-mortem. I'm like, he says in this verse, I don't have respect for rappers post-mortem. Like, what? That's the shit that pisses me off. I'm like, bro, Vic wants you to know that this was after he died.
Facts.
So why are y'all making this fake narrative that this was... Usually rappers don't timestamp bars that much. He literally gives you 3 different incidences that happened. He says the name of Vic Mensa song. Tekashi that after X died. Like, why are we doing it? Like, okay, maybe you don't believe the first one. Maybe you don't believe the second one. But you're literally going to throw out all 3 of those facts and just be like, well, we don't know. Why don't you know? What makes you not know? You have nothing but evidence that shows you that that's what happened. What is the evidence that's like, maybe not? I had to get in that tangent because that should get me mad now. Let's stop doing this. He did it after X died. If you're going to say that you don't care, just say you don't care.
That's what
don't get this weird ass, like even on the Joe Budden podcast, but they came back and said, fuck that nigga. That probably just got us yellow. Oops. Anyway, but he probably just said, F that N-word. And right after they heard it. But before they heard it, they're like, well, we don't know. It's just like, and Joe was the only person on there like, bro, why does that even matter?
Yeah.
But it's just like, it does matter, but I'm pissed that that's not what happened.
That's what I said too. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. I mean, it is what it is, bro. He got this. He got cooked. You know what I mean? I mean, yo.
Well, it's and the thing is that, okay, so that's why I do that. That's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I am more mad. I was gonna let it rock. I really was gonna let it rock until that everyday struggle clip. So if Ak is watching this, it was a clip because I don't really watch that show, to be honest. It was a clip I saw somewhere, and when I saw the title of X and Vic and what was going, I watched it and I got so mad I couldn't watch the end of it. When Ak said Vic is human scum, he is. And I know that there's a bias with Ak, but sometimes even if someone has a bias, though they're right, like I could have a Osama bin Laden bias, right? Like say I could hate, matter of fact, I could be racist toward Middle Eastern people, but that doesn't take away any of the validity I have about 9/11. That doesn't take away any of the validity of the stuff that I'm saying about 9/11.
Right? You can't.
So it's like you can't. Though he has a bias again, it doesn't take away anything. And I'm not comparing this to 9/11. I'm just saying drastic big events that
Yeah,
happen.
facts,
Things
yeah.
that happen doesn't take away, even if it's not a big event.
Right.
It doesn't. A fact is a fact.
Yeah.
So that is some human scum type time to move. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, it's my thing. And oh man, I got a lot to say. You tune into that 8 p.m. Eastern. This live stream gonna be litty-fied. But I just feel like why pick and choose? If that's the stance if that's the sword you go die on, Vic, all right, but you gotta die on that sword, my G.
Facts.
You gotta jump on that grenade every time you see it.
Deadass. It's that chink, bro. It's that chink in your armor, my nigga. Somebody exposed those insecurities, opened that shit up for you, bro. That shit got him in his feelings, you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, when it comes to right, it comes to right. When it comes to wrong, it comes to wrong. Everything I said on the song was not like, I backed up everything I said with the fact and why it was. I didn't just say, you're wrong for saying this, you should never say it. I said, all right, cool, you can say it, but if that's the logic you're running on, keep it consistent then.
Right.
That's why I said, matter of fact, and you go and act for getting fame off of dead niggas. Now you about to act like you ain't say that to get some fame off of dead. Here's what the artist is gonna do.
Kill that nigga, bro.
Let me
God.
break it right down. Because the artist is gonna lie. The artist is gonna say, I didn't do this for fame, right? So what they're gonna do is, because they always want to tie shit back to themselves, like that how they got it without somebody else. But if this was a moment, because I'm going to speak about it black and white, so the artist in him doesn't have an out. Just black and white. If you got publicity off of this, then you got some more fame or infamy, whatever you want to call it, but you got that off of that, period. You can say, oh, I was famous before. Fine. If the Queen of England is the most famous person in England, right? If she's in a public place, slips on a banana peel and falls, it's making headline. Did she get publicity off that banana? Yes.
Right.
Yes, she did.
Right.
So let's not even, I know the argument that he gonna try is, oh, I was famous. No, that's fine. But you got it off of that, just like you get pub off of CDs, off of songs. That was a movement for you. And since you dropped a song after it, by the definition of rollout, it was a rollout.
That's a fact.
Period.
Yeah.
You used his death, you used as a rollout. Period. Just period. So what I'm saying is, cool. So since nobody's going to talk to you like this and ask you these questions, well, then let me ask you these questions, man. Because I want to know your logic behind the going in academics, but then doing the same thing. I want to know the logic behind pick and choosing the domestic abusers that you go at.
Right.
I want to know. You froze, so I'm about to cut out some. I want to know that logic.
I do too, because, I mean, you can't sit up here and put content out like that, bro, and constantly push that agenda, and then you yourself have been in a situation where you've admitted that that's what you've done. Like, that's crazy,
that's why I said, bro, at the end of the song, like, bro, the thing that you need to be ashamed of yourself is taking for granted the time you had to make your things better. Right. And you were never as famous as X. So you had more time to correct your mistakes than X. I said, niggas really think they martyrs because they live long enough to apologize. That's my favorite line of that whole diss, because like, damn, so niggas make mistakes, live long enough to correct them, then look at people who are younger than them act wrong, who died at a certain age. That is,
especially,
where did it cut out at? Because I was talking about the fact that you do wrong and then you let yourself grow to the point where you could correct those mistakes, and then you use that, and then you look at someone who may be younger than you or not as far mentally or in life as you, even though he's more famous than you. You look at him, and then he dies at a certain age, and then you use that encapsulation of time as the portrait of him. That is so, like, I can't wrap my brain around that at all. Like, I can't, that...
No, it's really insensitive. It's crazy.
It's not even insensitive. It's insanity. It's literal, because it would be one thing if you weren't public, if you didn't publicly come out and say that you were a domestic abuser, and then you allowed yourself to be forgiven, or allowed yourself to, because you still come out, you still make music, you still do freestyles, you're still out in public. It's not like you're doing anything about it. It's not like you're speaking against yourself.
Right.
You're still putting out stuff for people to consume. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
You're making money and you're a domestic abuser, though maybe you apologized and stuff, but we don't even know the victim. We don't know the victim. The victim of X's situation literally came out and said the way that y'all treating him is sick. She literally said that. So it's like, at that point, you don't care about the victim either. Because I bet you if you talk to the victim, she's not cool with all that stuff.
No, not
She would probably rather not have it be brought up.
Facts, because that affects
awards.
her as well. It's like, regardless of anything, if people have feelings for somebody, people have feelings for somebody. And not
even, because I know what people are going to say, like, sometimes when you're a domestic abuser, when you're the victim, you're not thinking clearly.
Yeah,
That's what they don't need. But what I'm saying is, we're not talking about in the action. We're talking about her actions and her requests now. Her requests are literally the way that people are saying she doesn't like it. She does not approve of it. And also, I guarantee you, she doesn't want to go to internet all the time and get brought back up those memories. Right. He is dead. Do you want to dig him up and handcuff him? Like, do you know what is the worst punishment the jail can give you? The death sentence.
Yeah, facts.
So what more do you need to happen to him so then you're satisfied on his punishment?
It's a fact.
What more? You didn't die. And you said you choked your girl. Like, so that's the part where I was like, okay, well, I know Vic Mensa doesn't have, like, isn't, like, mentally deficient. Yeah. So I know that's where the troll comes in. Because he knows the difference of right and wrong. He knows what he's doing. But he knows that people aren't peeling back the layers of the onion this much. So they're going to look at it at face value. People are just going to look at, well, he's speaking out against domestic abuse, so then I can't really say anything against it, because then it's going to look like I am for domestic abuse. That's all it is. Right. That's all it is. Yeah. But we're not talking about the issue of domestic abuse. We're talking about the issue of talking about somebody like that post-mortem. And then if you understood the problem about doing that when his mother was there, I don't even get so you do know it's wrong, because it's not like his mother would be anywhere just because she's at the BET Awards. That was his empathy and his conscience talking when he made that thing. It was like, yo, this is wrong what you're doing. So he had to try to put a caveat like, I didn't know she was there. But if you're smart enough to read between the lines, no matter what, that's why I said, next time you call the guy, do it looking in his mama's eyes, because I know you a bitch and I know you won't. Remember when this X stuff started? What was the first thing I said? I said, the majority of the people making jokes, if X's mom was in the room, would not be making jokes. That's why they're pushed. That's why they're pushed. That's a fact. It's not because there's some like heartless internet troll and just, you're doing that because you're anonymous and because you're not in a real situation, because people don't talk like that in real life. That's why I'm like, for Vic Mensa to be one of those people, it's just like, wow, okay, well, you're going to get the wrath of all of them then.
That's a ban. That's a fucking fact, bro. I don't know, son. It's some coward-ish, you know what I mean? It's some straight coward-ish, like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro.
Finding someone who can't fight back, can't speak for himself, can't argue it. The court of law didn't even... So, and then here's my thing. Is this what we're going to just do now? Like, why is it that the urban community is very choosy on when they want to trust the police? Like, why do we... I don't understand that. It's like, when we want to, we're the police. Then all of a sudden it's, no, F the court system, F the judge, F the jury, the prosecutor, they don't know what... Then all of a sudden, it's literally, so what? This man was never prosecuted. So are we just going on... Oh, my God. Listen.
Definitely just giving them the power to say what a person is without...
What do you benefit more? Even I said this about the Chris and Bias situation. That's why what gets me mad is like, what do you benefit more by this being true? If it's nothing, then just wait for the court system to do what they're doing.
Right.
Like, if you don't benefit anything more of this being true, then just let it happen first and then be like, okay, it happened.
That's a fact.
They just be caught up in the moment so much. That just pissed me off. My bad. You barely talked this episode, but I had to get all this shit off my chest, bro. Tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern. I just started, bro.
I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry for the video quality, too, at the end, because this mother effer is... Yeah, he shot that on, like, 1p. That's, like, one definition. Like, yo. But, yo,
I can tell because yours is the same way.
Bruh.
Oh, actually, 8 p.m., because I didn't realize it's coming out the next day. But so 8 p.m. tomorrow, I'm going live. Make sure y'all keep streaming that. Strictly for the Fans EP. I think that maybe the Vic Mensa diss check video should be out by now. I don't know. We shooting this ahead of time, so.
But we out here. Grr, money up, no funny up. You heard? Get your money up, not your funny up. You heard?